Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Good morning, everybody. It's September 4th of the Duck Adventure. I think it's the 4th. I don't know. This lockdown is really screwing me up. I forgot to put my hat on today. Now the sun's blinding my eyes here. And look who's up, Doug. He's getting up with me every day. I'm forcing him. I figured I'm so screwed up here, he can be screwed up. But this lockdown is just brutal. And the tree hunting at night, man. Not a sign of the fox last night at all. You know, I'm getting frustrated here. I really want to put this to an end. I just don't know, you know, the poor ducks. Like, they're just going nuts, clacking here in the mornings. They want out so bad. And it's such gorgeous weather right now. Like, down the lake would be, you know, the ultimate. But like I said last night there, you know, I noticed last night that they were so calm in the pen. They weren't doing any freaking. They weren't, you know, they weren't congregating in the middle. They were scattered evenly or all among the whole amongst the whole pen, you know, area. They weren't, you know, they like when the reign of terror from the fox was going on there. You know, they were doing a lot of, you know, clumps in the center, staying close to each other. You know, they're spreading out and playing in the water and sleeping and sleeping in the back in that far corner too. You know, like it's I don't know. I'm starting to think the fox hasn't been here for many days. You know, since I took the shot, because the ducks now are calming down. Like, they're not freaking. They're not. I don't know. I've got to leave the property today. I got to go to town. Sorry about that, guys. I'm so asleep here. I'm not used to being up till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, I'm not a night owl. When you're on the Duck Adventure, you can't be. I got to go to town. I got to pick up some chloroplast so I can finish the feeder, because the feeder's going to get done today. So I'm going to leave them in lockdown one more day. This is it tomorrow, and then tonight. And if there's still no sign of fox, he has to have appeared by now. If not, tomorrow morning, we're going to the lake, bottom line. And I'm going to gear up. I'm going to get I'm going to come out here and we're going to go out there, you know, with the ducks and have some fun tomorrow on the lake. It's supposed to be just gorgeous weather. Actually, there's not a cloud in the sky, and it's like supposed to be 25 degrees today. So this is like beautiful weather. It sort of reminds me of last year. You know, September and October was gorgeous, and we had a lot of fun times down the lake. Well, I had a lot of fun times down the lake with the ducks. Maybe, you know, we'll have a repeat this year from what we've been put through here. But they are, you know, it's so sad because, you know, they've had their freedom their whole lives, and they, you know, it's like punishing a dog. You know, it's like they're like, why? Oh, poor ducks. I know tomorrow morning's morning rush will be screwed up big time. Nothing down in the swamp here. And the snare, you know where my trail is? I noticed yesterday that the grass is starting to grow up on the trail around the snare. So like there's not even, you know, the fox isn't even coming through there to keep the grass packed down anymore. I noticed yesterday that I said, oh, this sort of looks grown in a little bit more. And sure enough, you know, the grass is coming up. So it's like, you know, it's like the fox is gone. He's been dispatched, but just we can't find his body. All right, I'm gonna do my chores here, give the ducks some food for today, and see what happens. You know, well, people, no sign of Mr. Fox today. It's been the whole day. I've been home. I've been working in the garage. I've been working on the feeder because I had to whip to town, and my buddy, who has a sign shop, didn't have any chloroplast, and I had to go to another place. Then I got home and I started doing some other things. But I've been here all day. The ducks have done absolutely no freaking and peeking. The only thing they're doing right now is letting me know how upset they are. And I've got a serious bunch of upset ducks here. As you can hear them quacking. They're mad at me. They're very mad at me. They've had enough of this lockdown, and this is all they've been doing all day. This is the level of noise they've been making. Like, and they're like all over the pen. If you listen to them, like, they're upset. So, tomorrow morning, bright and early, I'm going to get up, and unless Mr. Fox appears tonight, and we're going to let the ducks out, and we're going to do a big morning rush, which should be epic. I might actually go into the pen just to fragment it so that they don't all come out of the gate at the same time and get hurt. Now I got a little bit of bad news here, and I'll take you down to show you the bad news. Oh yeah, I'm down here at the end of the pen. I think they're sandpipers. I'm not sure the bird. I have to look in the bird book, but they've come in here. I think it's something to do with the duck poop, because they're all in this area down here. It's crazy, the activity is driving Doug nuts. But I'll show you the ducks first here. Like you can see, they're all over the pen. And they're like, if these guys were getting tormented by a fox coming from the swamp, they wouldn't be at this end of the pen like this. You know, this is what you call relaxed ducks. You know, they're on the outside perimeter of the pen now. It's not, you know, it's not like when they were getting tormented by the fox. You know, when yes, I know, guys, we're going to let you out tomorrow. If they were getting tormented by the fox, they would be in the center of the pen. They wouldn't be on the outside like this. I haven't seen them, like, look at them all. You know, they're all on the outside edge here. You know, I haven't seen the ducks like this in a you know, it's been a couple weeks actually. I come to think of it, you know, that the fact that they're this relaxed in the pen right on the outside edge. So this tells me that this actually is my confirmation that the fox is gone. You know, because if the fox was still here, they wouldn't be like this. They wouldn't be this calm. They wouldn't be on the outside of the pen. You know, they would be in the center of the pen freaking out. And the fact, you know, I was gone today for about 2 hours. You know, so the fox never came back this afternoon while I was gone on my hunt for 2 sheets of chloroplast. I bet you I wasted $20 worth of gas driving around. I found some, but tomorrow's morning rush. I'm excited. I'm going to get up early, and I think I'm going to let them out even before the sun gets up. I'm going to set my alarm clock, and we're going to let the guys out real early, and I'm going to take them down to the lake and down to the swamp. And oh, Doug's chasing those birds. I wish I could. I'm going to have to look in the bird book. I'll give you a shot here. These things are. They moved in here about a week ago, and they're really interested in where the feces is. Oh, now they're all landed. Doug was. He treats them sort of like chipmunks. He's chasing them all the time. But they're really interested in the feces, the duck poop here. All this dry duck poop. Now, I don't know if it's the bugs in the duck poop. I got a hunch it's the bugs. Because there is a lot of bugs. And these birds, actually, they're walking down there. I don't know if I can get a shot of them here. Oh, they're flying around. See, they're fast. And Doug's really not even smiling. Oh, they're flying all over here. They're like, damn, there's like 10 of them. And they're really quite colorful bird. I don't know what they are. I'm going to have to look in the book. I got a bird book in the house, and I'll see if I can figure out what they are. And if I figure out what they are, I'll let you know on the video tomorrow morning. Okay, so bad news. Bad news today. Now, we've had a little Muscovy that was hanging around the front deck that I've shown you in videos, you know, previous here in the last week, 2 weeks, that looked really bad and was hanging around the house, and the feathers, you know, were looking really, really bad. Like really ratty looking, and no oil on them, and dirty feathers. Well, she got some kind of paralysis. You know, she was dying, was what was happening. You know, she wasn't getting any new feathers. She was getting smaller, you know, and she was really rough looking shape, Well, today I had to cull her. And you know, I had to take the axe to her, and I didn't video it because, you know, we've had so much bad things happening here on the show, and you know, it's like, you know, I could just, I didn't want to be known as the, you know, the duck killing channel, and that's all we seem to be doing here.
You know, culling animals to eat them is one thing, and killing them because you got sick, lame animals, hurt animals is, you know, it depresses the crap out of me. Anyways, so today I had to decapitate her, and I've got her on the brush pile here. She's up here right now. We've got this little tiny Muscovy, and I'll tell you something. When I was doing it, I could not believe, there she is. I put her up there, and I'm gonna be lighting that on fire, and chances are the maggots are gonna get her before the fire burns, because I'm not gonna be lighting that for a little while. But she's up there. Nothing's gonna get her. There's nothing even gonna climb up there and get her. So she was in really bad shape, and I couldn't believe how she had no mass to her. When I was holding her, yes, I know, ducks. They see me and they're all coming to this end of the pen. When I was holding her, her breast, there was no meat on her breast at all. You could actually feel her rib cage on her breast. So she was, you know, dying a slow death, and she had been, you know, sick for a while because, you know, like I've seen her on the front desk. I've shown you guys on the front deck. I mean, you know, this little duck that, you know, her feathers were like always so ratty looking, and she didn't look very good, and you know, she was always staying away from everybody else, and she was you know, on the front deck. She was the only one that was on the front deck. No other ducks were on the front deck except her. It was just her all the time, and she was always off by herself. And I found her today in the shed by herself, and I picked her up, and one leg, she couldn't even move. As I put her in the bathtub, first when I changed the water, and to see if she would, you know, drink any water or do anything, you know, swim around. She couldn't even swim. She was one-legged swimming, and you know, she didn't even drink. That was another thing. A duck that, you know, doesn't walk, doesn't sit, and just you find it, you know, laying like that in one spot. You know, because I've had ducks like that, and they put them in the tub and they drink a ton of water. This duck wasn't even interested in drinking water, so it was shutting down. So I left her in the water, just you know, to, you know, see if, you know, if I give her any burst of life. Because sometimes, you know, water is all it takes. Came back an hour later, and she was laying beside the tub, sitting there, and I picked her up, and her other leg was paralysis, and she was shutting down. And when I was carrying her over to the chopping block, you know, her head went over to the side, just like totally drooped. And you know, when I chopped her head off, she had no nerve reaction whatsoever. No kicking, no flapping, nothing. It was actually the most dead. She was actually probably within minutes of being dead. That's, you know, so that was the duck adventure today. That's why, you know, I really haven't been filming and doing anything today, because it was sort of like killing a Muscovy. I haven't had to do that yet, other than Miss Ice Scovy this winter, you know. And while the other one there, we had the frostbite victims, but this was just, you know, she just shut down. So I've got 8 Muscovy females left from last year, and I've got a bunch of new ones that are really active on the flapping and the feathers. But these little girls, you know, here they are. Their feathers look so terrible. Like, there's this Muscovy right here. Here, I'll go into the pen here and we have to look through this wire. Like, if you look at them, you know, they're so rough looking. You know, I just don't get it why they look so rough. And then you got these Muscovies, look how white they are. You know? But we're going to get these. Today's the last day, guys. You're all getting, yes. Oh, you going to fly for us? Look at the size of those wings. And the Muscovies have been doing this a lot, practicing. They're so big, the wings on those birds. Massive wings. Alright, guys. This is your last night being locked up. Oh, Bruce Lee's coming over. And the thing is that, you know, Doug walking around, like here's Doug right now, even him walking around the pen isn't freaking the ducks out. When the fox was doing the reign of terror on us, even Doug walking around the pen would freak out the ducks. Like they would run from the edge of the pen. And Doug, you know, they all know Doug. They've known Doug since they were a day old. They know who Doug is. So the fact that Doug can walk around the pen now and the ducks don't freak out and run away from the edge of the pen tells me that Mr. Fox has not reappeared. So when I got that shot off, I got Mr. Fox. Unfortunately, we didn't get a trophy hang, you know, to hang in the tree, but and I didn't get to film it. You know, it's just what I'm, you know, my word against, you know, what's going on here. And I got him. I killed the fox. That's the bottom line. I would bet I'd bet money on it. I really would. I would bet money on it. The fact that the ducks are, you know, I can't believe the ducks how relaxed they are. And the only way this could happen is if the ducks are not getting harassed. And it makes sense. So, well, I'm gonna change their water and I'm gonna top up the feed for tonight. And tomorrow morning we're doing the big morning rush. It's gonna happen. Ducks get their freedom, and I'm gonna take them straight to the lake. I'm gonna put the pivot heads on, and I'm gonna take them right down to the water, and you know they're going to the lake. And tomorrow is supposed to be 30 degrees Celsius, so it's gonna be a nice day tomorrow. I'm gonna get the kayak out, and we're gonna do some stuff on the lake. And you know what I got to do on the feeder isn't gonna take me a long time. It's not a big job, you know, lining it. But we're going to the lake tomorrow, and we're gonna have some footage of ducks on the water. Which is good. The ducks are going to love it tomorrow. They're, you know, to be locked up like this and then get their freedom back. You know. Oh yeah, and I did get one egg today, everybody. So the egg situation's bad, but I did get one. Hi, ducks. I know. Hi, guys. I gotta do my chores because the ducks are letting me know that some fresh water is in store here, and Doug's got the gate locked, trapped here, so I can't get out. All right, Doug, let me out. All right, I gotta hang the camera up here. Hello, Doug. Oh, Dougie wants in. Doug likes coming inside to the pen. He comes in, and the poor ducks. He stays close to me, and the ducks are like, you know, oh, there's a dog in here. And they come up to him, you know, about 2-3 feet away from him, and then, you know, they sort of stay this sort of half circle away from me. It's really funny. But I don't bring them in there right now. I did it, you know, they've been in, I brought them in twice, I think, during lockdown, because I just don't want to, you know, the ducks are already penned up, and I don't want to stress them out any more than I have to. I gotta be the responsible one here. So, all right, I gotta do my duck chores, and I'm excited. Tomorrow morning, the ducks get their freedom. Unless Mr. Fox shows up tonight, which, you know, knock on some wood here. Just hopefully I don't, you know, jinx us. So, all right, I'm gonna do my chores.